Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Kemia.
Welcome to the This and That Chat.
Do you like it when I do it with you?
I do. It's fun.
I never know if I should or I shouldn't. I don't know if I'm raining on your party or if it's your job, like we've never said.
If you jump in on it, I'm perfectly okay with it.
Just like who decided
what I'm not okay with, we're going to air some grievances.
Ooh.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Okay.
Last episode, you abandoned me. You got up.
Wow.
And you left while we were finishing. And that is no bueno.
So, should that be a poll?
No.
Because here's the thing.
What's the poll going to be? Is Kemia right? Guess what? Yes, because you have the sisterhood.
No.
I'm not talking about the sisterhood thing. No, move on.
We're not. My question is the poll. The poll, right? The poll
we
would say.
Do a poll.
The poll would say, was the episode over when she left, or did she leave you out to dry? Because I think it's
Of course, the episode was over when you left. Because
No.
Left.
Before I left. Was the episode over before I left? Or did I leave you hanging? Because I think it could be either way. It's in the eye of the beholder. You just gave somebody one little bingo.
I know. I have to, it's my checks.
And
okay,
this
hold on. Let's be fair. You should not leave until we're done.
Here's the thing.
If I want to keep you in the chair an extra 15 minutes because I'm doing what I'm doing, then you stay.
Yeah, but at that point...
I wouldn't abandon you.
You wouldn't. But I don't feel like I abandoned you. I said, oops, we're out of time. Can't answer the question.
Yeah, because you didn't want to answer the question? That's two very different things. I'm not even addressing the fact that
How long was the episode?
It doesn't matter how long it was.
Well, if it was on our time.
We don't have a set time. We just talk because we enjoy this.
That's true.
So you ran out of enjoyment? You were done with me? Is that what it was?
I was done with the question, I think. Hey, isn't it cool, though, when we were watching players or like Dana, when they're asking them questions and he's like, I'm over this. And they just get up and leave. Everybody's like, ooh.
That was your energy?
No, not really. But just like not answering the question. The question, here's the thing. I'm taking a page from your book. Everything I serve everything I serve you is just me taking what you served me and serving it right back to you. It's like we're playing tennis.
When have I gotten
ping pong?
When have I gotten up and just walked
No.
away?
No. Wait. I just gave one to someone if they noticed. You always say that I hit the microphone. Sorry, now that the bingo's live.
Let the bingo play. You go.
Okay, so you said the question was not for you. When you asked me the question and I asked you, you were like, it doesn't matter. The question isn't for me. The question is for you. So I took that and I served it back to you. And then you were like, well, what will your answer be? The question isn't for me.
Yeah, but yours was nasty.
Listen, that's what a would you rather is. And here's the lovely part, right? For would you rather, people have done this forever. I just randomly think of stuff that's like, I wonder, would someone rather do this or that?
Your brain. Normally,
is like a whole would you rather.
Is a would you rather.
100%. Right? Because I'm very inquisitive and I'm very curious about things and I have just random thoughts. In fact, this morning it wasn't a would you rather, but it was sort of a scenario question. If you had this, I don't even remember what we were talking about. And I stopped myself because I was like, I think this would be a good chat question.
Did you remember?
No.
Oh.
You were supposed to be working on that.
I don't remember.
Alpha brain.
Okay, I take it. I feel much more, but
Focused.
Okay. Oh wait,
There's more.
I just realized something.
What?
Me forgetting random stuff like that is like me walking away from the chat.
No, I can't give you that.
No?
No. I feel like you're being sweet and you're trying to take, like, I'm guilty, but that's unfair. Because that's just, you're a pigeon brain. You can't help that. That was not how I meant it.
Bro, give me the nice instead
Hold
of calling
on.
me a pigeon brain.
Hold on.
You get away with stuff on the
No.
chat. Now I'm realizing why you like the chat. Because you just like you can name call me and do all this kind of, and you're like, it's for the views.
No. We don't do things for the views.
Well,
don't get the wrong message out
questioning.
there. Listen.
I'm questioning now that I got called a loser a couple weeks ago.
Listen.
Now a pigeon brain.
Listen, if you lose a game, the correct
We are
term for
not-
someone who wins
No.
or
You lost.
loses becomes
Listen.
a winner or a loser. Not in the term that the kids use it, oh, you're a loser. You're not a loser at life, bro. I'm saying
Bro.
you're a loser in the game.
Okay.
And only that game that we were talking about. It's not that you're a loser. There's some words that are used sort of interchangeably with other things. And because
Did you
of
put
that,
Jurassic Park behind you?
yes,
I just noticed that. I'm like, that wasn't.
there's a reason for it.
Oh, sorry.
But that's okay.
It's just it stood out.
But you know,
okay,
like,
so
that's
when
it.
hold on. So
You
when
and I
sit
have an
here-
eye for stuff like
I
that.
know. So when I sit here, I've every time I sit down, I look up and I notice the books that you've moved around. Mm-hmm. Right. So I notice the ones
Because
that
the
are,
library's still being
is-
settled.
Right, you're settling it, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, why is Jurassic Park in the corner over there?
And I feel like that's so good. That's such a natural reaction for you because I don't tell you the stuff I'm setting up.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to bring that up was supposed to transition us into another conversation. But we were in the middle of this. So
Got it.
in perfect, consistent, this and that chat fashion, we are not going to be jumping into another subject. We're going to finish this one, but we are talking about too many things at once.
Got
okay.
it.
So to finish, what I'm saying was that there's a lot of words that just get thrown around now, and they are being used interchangeably instead of being used in the definition that was originally the definition. For example, everybody says literally. And a lot of times they don't mean literally. They mean figuratively. But they're saying literally, and that's not how they mean it. But it's accepted that you can say it even if you're being figurative. Right?
Got it.
So when you say literally, instead of that being what it is, you now have to explain,
But do I-
I'm being literal in the literal sense of this.
I
which
use
is
literal,
stupid.
literally.
But do you use it correctly? If you use it correctly, that's fine. But I'm saying for someone who uses it incorrectly, now you have to explain to them, not literally in the figurative sense, I mean literally in the literal sense. And it's like, why? It's a word that's supposed to be, loser just means you didn't win. Second place, you lost, aka loser of whatever you were playing. And then people turn that into you're just a loser, period. That's it. Like, you're losing at life. You're losing at love. You're losing in your job. Like, that's just very mean. And,
Do you need me to hold your soapbox?
I know. I'm sorry. I don't realize how
You went-
passionate
yeah,
I get
you
about
went-
words.
You went soapbox there.
Sorry.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on to the book.
You're correct. Today's episode is sponsored by Cold Brew from Starmoo.
Is it called Star Moon?
No, it's Temu Starbucks. Made at home.
Okay. Before we move on.
That would be a good brand name, no?
Star Moo?
Yeah. Moo for cow, but Moo for Temu. Star for Starbucks.
Bro, do you imagine having to explain that to everybody?
You know, people would be like, is it Temu or is it Moo like in a cow?
It wouldn't be
Actually,
anything
it
near
has
Temu because Temu's clothing and stuff.
But
no, Temu has a lot of stuff.
Temu has a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Stop. You
I
just
dripped.
Yeah.
I dripped on
Oh, it's
myself.
all over the
Don't
place.
look at me.
Okay. Before we move on,
Yes.
right? This is a message to our viewers,
Constituents.
our constituents. This is a message to our constituents. I'm going to look at the camera now. Is that okay? You're not going to say something?
I won't point out bingo anymore.
Okay. So, help us out on YouTube, right? Because this is where the video is going on. Like the videos, subscribe, and comment. What are you looking at me like that for?
Why are you doing this right now?
Because I don't know if everyone stays to the end.
Who cares?
I'd like the engagement.
What?
I like to have conversations.
This is like every other content producer who stops and they're like, wait, let me give you a quick shout out to
Did you not just shout out
Great
Temu?
Value Water, sponsored by Great... What?
Did you not just do coffee?
When I'm thirsty, I drink Great Value Water. Drinking purified water.
Hold on.
If you're thirsty, drink this for hydration.
Bro, you just did that with the coffee.
Bro, it's a thing.
I understand
It's
that.
a thing that we do with the coffee.
I like that. Okay, shut your mouth. You can't talk right now for the next 30 seconds. I'm going to turn off your mic. Where's the thing?
You know they can still hear me.
Yeah, I know because I didn't turn it off. Okay, I like the engagement. I like to talk to the peoples.
Bro, when did you want to get famous?
I don't want to get famous. It's not about getting famous. It's about having interaction. It's fun.
That's why you do it at the end.
No, it doesn't need to be at the end.
Well,
what I'm saying is make comments so that I can interact with you guys.
Wait a minute. This is why they do it in the first few seconds? So that you can just get your message out there and say, here, click like or subscribe and help me with my channel. And then nobody actually stays to watch your content?
Of course I want them to stay. What I want is to be able to engage with them.
You are.
No, you know why I'm bringing this up?
Why?
Okay? Mostly for certain people who just send you messages.
Because it's... What?
Because what?
I was figuring because it's long.
It doesn't matter. Let's have a little bit of fun on the engagement
Bro,
part
that's
of it.
different. You could address everybody like that.
I'm addressing
No,
it.
you could address, hey, don't send personal messages outside of that. Post your comments on YouTube. We want to see those comments. We want other people to laugh at the comments you're sending on YouTube.
Of
Just
course.
copy and paste whatever you send, put it on YouTube.
Bro, our stuff is funny.
That's it.
Our
Not
stuff
don't
is our stuff
like
is, our
and
stuff-
subscribe. That's what you do at the end.
Our stuff is funny. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's funnier when we get to interact with the comments that come back because everybody
agree
sees,
with you. I'm not
so
disagreeing.
all I'm asking.
Bro, play it back.
No, I'm not gonna play it back.
I'm throwing the flag.
No,
What color is that flag? Red?
no, it's a yellow flag, like a penalty.
No, not a penalty. I'm talking about the coach's flag.
Oh, the challenge flag.
Yeah.
but that's a challenge flag.
That's what I'm challenging right now.
What are you challenging?
Right now, I need you to
Bro,
interject
you did
something.
not stop talking the entire 30
Into the
seconds
thing.
that I said not to talk.
Hold on. Did you think that was going to stop me?
No,
Exactly.
I'm literally over here.
Right now, you should do the little... And then it goes back and you say, like us and subscribe. And that's
And?
not what you said you're saying.
And what else did I say after? Keep going.
But you said too much. Anyway, listen, this is belabored. Okay? Let's move on.
Listen.
I don't like it. It's at the end. If somebody doesn't want to stay until the end, guess what? It wasn't for them.
Bro, I'm not asking. I'm not asking for people not to stay to the end. What I'm asking for is engage.
Engage? Yes. Talk about engagement. Talk about.
I wish there was a way. No, let me stop. Go ahead. You talk about your book.
Bro, talk.
I already said my piece.
What? You said nothing.
What are you talking about? I said comment,
That's
like,
it?
subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Engage. I like the engagement. It's fun. I've had some really fun conversations with people.
You have.
So that's what I'm asking. Is
Good.
for the ones that are not engaging and not writing comments, I'm asking them to write comments. That is all.
All right.
Is that okay with you?
I don't like that at the beginning. I don't like that. Let's save it for the end. You just like...
You don't have to like everything.
That's true. What don't you like on this side?
Your attitude.
Give me another thing. You've already said that one. Say one you haven't said.
I am a smart man.
Say it.
No.
This is a safe space.
Yeah, right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Look, hold on.
Don't even start.
You want to know how it goes? Hold on.
Oh my God.
This is how it goes. Ready for this?
It
Ready for
literally
this?
is like my head is hurting today.
Yeah, this is how it goes. I say what I say, right? To answer your question.
You am what you am.
I say what I say, okay? And then,
You have to say
And
I
then-
am what I am.
bro, stop talking. I'm seriously gonna like shut you down. I stop.
I can't.
Okay, here, cover.
No.
Gotta go.
Listen, and my cousin Vinny,
Mm-hmm.
when he says, I don't even want to hear you breathe,
If the next words
are not.
are not guilty or not guilty, I'm going to hold you in contempt. I think I
Get
get
the point.
the point. No.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
Movies! Yes! That's why the book is behind me. What? Why are you shushing?
So I can say what I want to say. The way that it would go would be I'd say something that I don't like on that side, right? Even if I'm joking. And then we would say, we get to the end of the chat and be like, thank you guys for listening. This is the This and That chat. Till the next time. Goodbye now. Click. And you'd be like, I'm not talking to you for the rest of the day.
See, I want to say that that's you doing a fictional impression of me.
It is a fictional impression.
Look at the camera and say that. Look at the camera and say that.
It is a fictional interpretation of how she treats me off the camera. I am
Because-
safe.
Because you know how parents used to tell their kids, you want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about.
Can we talk about that?
No.
Hold on.
In a pause. Hold on, because this is very important. I feel like when I ask you a question about what do you like or don't like on this end, whatever, the reason why I feel like sometimes you get like this clap back at something that you said, right? Is because you're not taking the question seriously. So right now you just did this whole impression, right? And it's you're not taking the question seriously.
When you ask that question,
People are going to think that you are mistreated.
they can see I'm mistreated.
What?
You called me a loser 2 weeks ago. This
Bro,
week
you're
I'm a
still
pigeon.
holding on
I'm a
to-
pigeon brain.
Do you know? And can I clear my?
Hold
can
on,
I
hold
clear
on,
my
wait.
palate
Stop,
here?
Stop.
Oh God.
Okay, let's be fair. I do egg on some of these comments because it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's all in fun, and I'm sure that they can see that because of the way that we interact with each other. So if somebody thinks of it in a different way, we cannot.
But our chat is genuine and real. So anything that you say, if you're like
That we make fun of each other?
afterwards, you give me
Absolutely.
no. But afterwards, you give me the I'm not talking to you all day. You know, they're
That's
gonna be like
cracking fun at you.
damn, this episode should be called Dirty Laundry.
Ooh, there you go.
You know,
Title.
bro. And then
Hold on.
then you're like, oh, but if they don't know, the thing is, didn't you tell me you had like 78 views on one of our episodes in like 2 days?
Yeah.
I don't know who 60 of those people are.
Or
Do you understand? No. I know 18. I can name 18.
Did you count them?
I can name 18.
Okay.
Okay. But 60 extra views from who? So when you say, well, if they don't know, yeah, but they're not going to know because they only know what we're showing them.
Right.
You
But
know,
they can listen to all of our episodes.
if you want to put yourself out there as a victimized husband,
Look at your
I'm just
face.
saying, like,
I
you know,
can't
you know,
even look
if you
at
want
you
to put
serious.
yourself out there, like afterwards, you're going to be mistreated and you're going to, you know, like, I get it that you're desperate for sympathy and likes and all of that. So have that, honey. You can have it. Go ahead. Continue.
Why am I continuing?
Because you wanted to say something
I've
about,
said my
I'll give you
piece.
something to cry about.
I remember. Okay.
See, I'm deferring to you, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a good wife. Seidel. Okay. So, I remember. Okay. I remember growing up. Okay. And I figured out my
Pigeon brain. Sorry. I have to clear my name. That thing is going to bother me so bad. You have a giant egg over there that reminded me of the pigeon. Okay? I apologize. When I said pigeon brain, you know how they say people are flighty? You can't fly, but you call them flighty because they're like, you know, the brain like that, right? That's what I meant by pigeon brain. Small brain for certain things that make you do things that normally a big brain person can't, but the big brains have other deficiencies. So in that instance, it was pigeon brain. You don't have a pigeon brain. You probably are one of the smartest people that I know, if not the smartest person that I know. Continue. What are we measuring right now? I missed that part. What is yay long? Did you forget what you're talking about?
No, I froze. And I stayed frozen the entire time that you railroaded me.
Railroaded?
Yes. I was in the middle of a sentence. I'm like in the middle of a sentence.
So this was just for effect.
No.
We're not measuring
no.
anything.
This is what I did. And then I stayed. And I didn't
see.
move.
You looked so natural. I didn't even know you were frozen. I just thought you were holding your thought.
Yeah. Are you
You know?
crying?
Yeah, I do that when I laugh. Don't
Yeah.
you? You never cry when
Sometimes.
you laugh?
I know, but you have like literally a tear running down your face.
Done?
Done.
Go.
Okay. So growing up, I figured out my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I knew how far I could go.
Have I been forgiven for the pigeon brain? I'm sorry. That's literally it. I'm sorry.
What the Maybe I should go. I'll just leave you, and you can do the whole podcast by yourself.
Wait. Just tell me. Yes.
No.
Are we good?
No. Maybe if I can get a whole sentence in.
I'm not gonna speak anymore.
The problem is I can't get a whole thought out. So
I'm sorry. Go. No more interruptions, I
we're-
promise.
Bro, we're 25 minutes in and I haven't finished a sentence.
It was the belaboring about the comments. Go ahead.
Okay, you ready? What was I talking about? Oh, I figured out my parents, right? And I knew I knew how far I could go. You know, what was my length of misbehaving before it became a problem, right? Now, on the other hand, all I heard from my parents to my sisters was, do you need something to cry about? Because I'll give you something to cry about. And I don't know how many chancletas, how many belts, how many open hands. What's with your face? You're spilling coffee everywhere.
I'm listening.
What are you? What? You're gonna pop. Talk.
Is this a trap?
Why is this a trap?
Is it a trap? I don't want to interrupt you. Continue.
Why would we?
In lieu of talking, you're seeing expressions in my face,
Okay.
like, ooh,
Do you think-
wow.
Do you think that whispering is going to? Man, my cheeks hurt. Because I'm trying not to laugh to be able to continue my conversation. Okay. Not my cheeks, my jaw. Okay. So I remember, why was I saying this stuff? Oh, because you said something about, do you need something to cry about? And then I just remembered a story. I told my story. I just remembered that I was really good at not getting that line thrown at me, but my sisters got it a lot. I can't read you today.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to do with you.
Why?
Because. What are you doing?
I was sort of drifting away.
Okay.
Do you
Are you still in frame or are you like.
I'm there.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was thoroughly raptured by your story.
Okay.
That's all.
Why is that?
Because you don't ever share stories.
I
I
remembered
asked you so
something.
many times, oh, what did you do when you were, like a kid? Did you ever have this? Recently, I even asked you something. Oh, did you ever have this, scenario come up? It's
What
like,
scenario?
I don't even remember because it's just so many conversations we have. But every time that you share something about when you were a kid or some memory that you had or something, I'm always so like right there, edge of my seat,
I have
super
remembered.
excited.
I have remembered a lot of stories recently. Like they're
Alpha brain.
Listen, no joke. For
You
real.
should have a bottle of it here.
This episode is brought to you by. But for real.
I've noticed a difference.
No, cognitively, I am like.
Not pigeon brained. Hashtag not pigeon brained. Okay,
This episode's
I
gonna
just-
need to be something named Pigeon Brain. Because
bro, weren't you attacked by a bird this week?
I was, and you've been attacked by a bird.
And I have proof that I have been attacked by a bird.
You do. Do
Tell-
you know where that video is?
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
could post
I
that.
have that hearted and starred and saved in a special file because
Okay.
people would
Tell
not
the
believe.
story. Tell the story, and I'm going to, as you are telling the story, put that in,
Okay,
and people can see it.
so
I wish I had mine recorded.
In our old, the thing is, nobody ever records this unless somebody else is recording you.
Yes.
But in the old place that we used to live before we
Why
bought our
were you
house-
recording?
I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
That's part of the story. Okay, so we had just gotten
Did I
our
finish
dog.
did I finish my thought?
The thing is that your ship sailed, and then you were sort of left marooned
Yeah, and who's
on
the
an
captain of
island,
that ship?
on an island, wondering why you were even telling
But
that
I
story to
didn't-
begin with.
I didn't leave anything. That's complete. The
There was
thought's
nothing
complete?
left to be desired.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so
I don't know why I'm so thirsty.
we just, the whole chat's gonna be with you. Just, honey, don't put that away. It's a spit. There you go. You want my water?
No, I actually brought a second water.
There you go. I never drink my whole water.
You know what I'm gonna do? Mm-hmm. The next time that you cut me off, I'm just gonna throw it at you.
Bro, there are some people who would not be able to take that. I feel like there's some couples
That
that the
landed
wife would be
perfect.
like,
Did you see that?
but you were a pitcher.
But no, that was
Tell us more.
it's a
You
bottle.
were a quarterback.
It was a bottle of water. Okay, go ahead. Tell your story. What were you talking about?
So you should play
Your bird.
the
Talk
bird
about the-
video while that whole thing was going on. That way people watch the bird video and hear the audio of what just happened, and they have no idea what just happened. Because you said I'm going to play the bird
We'll
video
talk
right
about that
now.
afterwards. Go.
I'm joking.
Tell me the
So
start your
we
bird
had
story.
just-
Hold on.
We had just
Start
gotten
over.
a dog.
Start
we had
over.
just gotten a dog.
Start over.
That is starting over. That's the very beginning.
Start over again.
In the place we lived in before this house,
There you
we had just gotten a dog.
Perfect.
And we took the dog out for a walk. In the spot where we walked the dog, all of a sudden, a bird comes out of nowhere and starts attacking my head. Not a mockingbird, because mockingbirds are normally the birds that'll attack if they've got a nest nearby, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm out there with the kids, and we're all like, what just happened? Was that a fluke? It attacked me. It flew to another branch, and then it came it came back as we were walking away. So we went inside the house. When it's time to take the dog out again, a few hours later, we go out again, and the bird comes back and attacks me. This is hours later. What bird just sits there and attacks one single person? There were other people walking around in the neighborhood and everything. It never attacked the kids. It didn't try to attack the dog. It was just my hair. My head. Okay. So, Mike will verify this, but he brought his slingshot because he was like, I'll protect you, Mom. You know, when it comes back, I'm going to shoot it down. He had just gotten that little slingshot. So he comes out with me, and we're watching, while we're walking the dog, we are watching the bird sitting across the street in a ledge of someone else's townhouse. And we're just watching, because I'm waiting, like, I can see him. He sees me. He's not attacking me. Why is he just sitting there, you know? And then all of a sudden, a car pulls up, scares us, right? Because this lady starts berating us. Like, she insulted me. She was screaming at me. What kind of hooligan was Mike that he was going to shoot a rock at their window? What kind of delinquent son did I have? Mind you that he was like 13 years old, right?
No, less.
In Palm Breeze?
Yeah.
No, not then.
Yeah, 2016.
We had gotten him a BB gun.
We moved where we're at now, 2016.
And we lived there 3 years. He was 13. He was 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And I'm super confused because she's just come out of nowhere. First of all, we're not even focused on a car. And all of a sudden, she's just screaming at us, right? And I'm super confused, like, what are you talking about? You know, he's not even aiming the slingshot. It's just like we're just mesmerized by the bird right there, right? So in my confusion of what is this lady talking about? She's with her husband. I say, we're looking at a bird that is attacking us when we're walking the dog, right? And she's like, I don't give a, you know, you're trying to shoot at my window. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even dealing with this kind of crazy. So I just called the security guard to come and intervene and like deal with them, right? We went back inside. Then the kids were invited on a play date. So Joe Wallach comes by, picks them up, and takes them. Now we are now in the later part of the day. And I'm feeling nervous about having to walk the dog by myself. But, bro, the bird cannot still be out there, right? And I go and I walk the dog. But this time I was like, I'm going to be ready. I have to be able to like smack it away or whatever. And nobody will believe me. So I have to record. So that's when I went out and hit record as I'm walking the dog. And there you go. the bird's actually like coming at the phone because I was holding it now there, right? And it's like this crazed pigeon with red eyes
A mourning
that
dove.
someone told me later could have been like a voodoo thing.
No, it was probably, it had a nest and it was protecting its nest.
I'm sorry, but when that happened, when the attack happened, I remember there was a lady with a stroller walking that same sidewalk. Okay. And as she's coming, she obviously sees me like filming before it happened. And I said to her, be careful. There's like a crazy bird that's attacking people. Because I thought it was people. But no, it was just me. Just me. Nobody else. So she walks, and I remember hearing her. I don't even know if you can hear it on the video, but I remember hearing her say, "Oh my God." Because just as I said it, here comes the bird to attack me.
Okay, are you
But
sure you have the video?
Oh, no, 100% I
Yes?
have the
Okay,
video.
so look to the right. Look to the right. To your left. Sorry. You look to your left. All right? We're watching the video right now.
Wow. See, that's where the bird attacks. Look at the crazed.
I see it.
Look at the crazed. Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Do you see it? Freeze it right there.
Amazing. Wow.
Possessed
I think so.
mourning dove.
You're possibly correct.
Thank you.
Now I have to try and edit it to work that way. That would be funny though. I'm gonna try. Anyways,
It would be amazing if it landed perfectly.
if it did,
And you got hit by a bird this week.
I did. So I was on my machine.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's not as elaborate as yours. I'm on the machine.
Mine was a lot longer than it needed to be.
Of course, I'm like I don't even know how I can put that into a clip.
You wanted all the details.
I know. Sometimes
Sometimes you
I don't know
what
what I
you're
asked
asked
for. Yeah. So I'm on the machine and I'm just like riding on the machine and I see this bird flying. It's struggling because it's super windy. And are you bored with my story?
No. I'm sorry. Do you want to know where my mind went to right now? Do you want to know what my mind went to right now? Me thinking, do people actually think I'm mean to him?
¿Por qué?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Another movie.
Yeah. Can I finish my story?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bird struggled with the wind. Wind blew the bird, hit me in the face, and I kept working.
Why can't I talk like you?
No, I have to talk like that because I have to get it out fast because you're about to interrupt me.
Listen, do you want to have a who interrupts who first contest?
Are you sitting on your hands?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why I do that. I do that when I'm supposed to focus.
Okay.
I've noticed that. Like, that's my, okay, I'm focused. I'm locked in, ready to go. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm sitting in my hands, it helps me anchor in on the fact that I'm sitting on my hands, calm down, what's going on. Who interrupts who the most?
You interrupt me the most. Absolutely. Without a doubt. You can just listen to our podcast.
But you know, I feel like it's even.
You are the roadrunner. I'm the coyote.
But can I say I
talked
feel
about
like
this.
it's even?
No.
Because I feel. And
I
I've
interrupt you.
Yeah, but what do I tell you all the time? That I have the worst timing when I bring stuff up to you. Because I will bring something up that's like, okay, this is a little bit serious. I need to talk to you about something. And then I bring it up to you. And then as I'm like pouring my heart out and I'm telling you, you know, like, I just could never love anyone else. You're like, I'm sorry. Did you see that they're digging a trench right there? That trench is going to deviate all the sewer from that side to this side. Remarkable.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm
like,
okay, hold on.
did you even hear
Hold on.
the words from my soul?
Let's be fair. See, you only talked about the part where you started talking. Mm-hmm. What they all missed was the fact that I was already talking about the trench and the sewer
No.
beforehand, and you interrupted.
No, I'm saying think about this. Think about the times where
Bro, that's manipulative.
What do you mean?
What you just did was manipulative.
Oh my gosh, you're being so negative with me today.
You know why? You know
Why?
why? Because you start talking about sewer and digging and all the trenching and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, oh, but I love you. So you make it seem like you're all innocent.
I'm giving an example. I'm saying that in my experience, when I'm having a conversation that's deep or meaningful, and it's like, okay, let me talk to you about this right now, I will have you interrupt me with a random thought about, I'm so sorry. Da, 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 da. Sorry, continue. And it's like,
I interrupted you.
yes, listen, we've established that I interrupt you. We've established that. Nobody's arguing that. That is signed, sealed, committed. I am guilty. Okay. But are we not on the same page about that? No. No? Okay.
No, because you're saying that I interrupted you.
Not right now.
Oh, I know. With the example.
Yeah.
But yes, I do interrupt you.
But I'm saying on those things where it's like, I feel like you're not listening to me because you interrupt me. So that's where I feel that our interruptions sort of overlap each other. Where it's completely normal to me. It's completely normal for me to hear you interrupt me. I feel like it's normal for me to interrupt you. Now, when we are having a disagreement about something, all of a sudden, our interruptions become very noticeable. Because that's where we'll say, can I finish what I'm saying first? But that's only because
our normal conversations, like we're
on top of each other.
But we're everywhere.
But yeah,
it's the chat.
It's the chat. That's exactly right. And so it's normal. I feel like if we were to talk, giving each other, okay, you go, honey. And now I go.
We would never talk about anything.
I feel like people who drink their drinks like this talk like that.
Did you see that there's a somebody, I forgot who looked at the statue of Michelangelo, and there is a muscle. So apparently, you see, I don't know if you could see it. When you lift your pinky, there's a muscle right here.
I'm missing it.
Look.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So when you lift your pinky, it pulls that muscle. So the statue doesn't have Michelangelo with his pinky up. It's just him like sitting sideways like this, but that muscle is engaged, and they were saying that they must have not liked the fact that he had his pinky up, so they took it out of the statue when they made it, but they left the muscle in.
But that statue was made of him while he was posing?
I guess.
Or could you just have put a muscle there that would only be engaged if the pinky was up, and it was a detail that you missed? You know?
I guess.
This is a subtle noticing
it's very
of
subtle,
it, you know?
But
if you showed me an arm and no hand, and you told me, is the pinky engaged or not, I wouldn't be able to tell. Because it's not like something is sticking out. It's not like something sticking out. The only thing I see is that there's a part of your tattoo that moves. That's not good enough. I can see right through it.
Can you see my hand?
No, but tell me when to look at your arm.
Okay, is the pinky engaged?
I'll say yes.
It is.
Okay, I'm going to look away. Do it again. Let me see. I looked at a specific part.
Is the pinky engaged?
I'm going to say yes again.
It is.
Okay. Okay, do it one more time.
Okay, ready? One more time. Ready? Is the pinky engaged?
I feel like this is all a fluke. I'm going to say no.
It's not.
What? We'll have to do it later with me because you haven't seen my arm.
Okay.
Now, fun fact. Fun fact. I'm going to hold up my hand like this. You hold up your hand too. No, try to bring your fingers together.
They are together.
Oh, okay. So you see there's like a little part there.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot less. It's the same kind of part I have here. It's actually healed a lot. Wow. I actually haven't done this in a while. There was a time where this part of my part was wider like this, where now I can bring it together more, but I have a tear in that muscle. And it happened while shaking a bottle and hitting it like that. Everybody does that, right?
Yep.
And I tore it like that. And for months, I couldn't do anything that required clapping because it was so painful. And I could not bring, like, it was sitting like this. And look, now I can force it. It's better.
Well, the muscle's going to
repair itself.
repair itself.
Bro, the body's so amazing. It's so amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about how much fun we had yesterday, because I did want to bring that up.
Okay.
So yesterday, we finally, and it's funny, if you've been listening to our chat for the last couple years, I think we've been talking about going to the zoo for the
Have we, though?
Yeah. At least the entire last year.
I don't know that we talked about it on the chat, though.
Well, maybe not. But we've
been talking
we've been
about
talking for over a year and a half about going to the zoo. And
Do you like the zoo?
Yes.
Do you, though? Or
Yeah,
did
it
you
was
go
fun.
for me?
No, it was fun.
But, like, if you were with your buddies, a single guy with friends,
Listen,
and they were like, let's go to the zoo, would you be like, I'm in?
No,
or
hold on. Let's be fair.
Okay.
If I'm a single guy and I'm going to plan a let's go out with the guys, the last place I'm going to is the zoo.
But didn't we see, like, groups of guys yesterday at the zoo?
Yeah, probably married guys that had their wives ahead of them pushing the kids around.
I don't know.
And they
were wearing crop
them.
tops. I can't see the crop top one married.
That's a
Maybe it's an oversimplification, right?
Yeah. Okay, so that's the last place I would be going to. So, anyways.
But you enjoy the zoo without me.
Would I enjoy it without you? I don't know that I would go without you.
Yeah, that's not the question.
I know, but I don't know that it would be a thing like for me to say, oh, I'm going to go to the zoo. I don't know that I would ever make that plan.
Yeah.
Unless I was with you.
I can't think of anything that I would do without you. Except to watch a movie.
But we're talking about specifically as a single, if you were a single woman, you would go to the zoo.
Yeah.
As a single
guy? I would
guy,
probably work at the zoo.
There you go. So that's the answer to that.
I could x-ray animals.
Plus.
That's pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. The new hospital that's opening. So, what was I talking about? Oh, the zoo. So we finally went to the zoo, and so we get there, and we couldn't have picked a better day. It was
the weather.
The weather was
what
amazing.
A dream.
The time was perfect. We got there about 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that.
11:05, I think.
Something like that. And that was very specific.
Oh.
It was 11:06 with 33 seconds. So we get there, and we had talked about wanting to rent one of the.
Did you say rent?
Rent.
Can I just pause for a moment, please? I find your enunciation.
There's another video we can show. Should we show?
So adorable.
We actually got a comment.
Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up.
We got a comment from somebody.
From our favorite person, Paul.
Yes, and also your sister on two separate.
That's true.
Conversations on two separate podcasts.
This Paul
About-
guy is like our
about-
favorite fan because
Yeah.
we have no idea who he is.
And he's one that
And he was
engages.
like, I love the way.
Yesterday.
You're
I
super
don't even
Boston.
hear it though.
What do you? I know, but it's because you have like this. You know, I don't want to offend any certain groups of people. You know,
My jaw hurts.
but I feel like sometimes you can sound a little hillbilly.
I do?
Sometimes, you know, sometimes you have like this very like, yeah.
Well, that feels good.
I think that's probably the only one. But your yesterday is yeah. Sometimes you sound Australian, actually.
Crikey.
Bro, take it back quick.
Why?
All of our Australian listeners are going to be like, this.
All right. So
Anyway,
so we wanted to
we
rent.
rented something.
Rent.
Oh, sorry.
We wanted to rent the little, what is it? The
Safari cycle.
Safari cycles.
2-seater.
The little 2-seater. And before we got there, I had said to you,
Well, let's say we haven't been to the zoo in a super long time and a lot has changed.
a lot has changed. So I had said to you, watch, they're going to be sold out. They're not going to have any. And
Because when we were getting dressed, like, oh, should we wear shoes? Should we take a hat?
right.
And it has a cover, so you don't really need a hat.
Right. And I had said to you, it's under,
I brought a
there's
backpack
canopy.
only because I wasn't going to have to carry it.
Right.
You know that, right?
I didn't know that. So when we get there, they don't have any. There's a sign that says all the safari cycles are sold out, whatever.
We're reserved.
But you went on there and you found that they had one available for like $115 or something. And so
Quick little
we
tip
decided,
for anybody who goes to the Miami Zoo: you can pick it up 30 minutes before.
Yeah, 30
your
minutes before, which was nice.
Which doesn't
was
tell you,
perfect.
and we did not know. So
Yeah.
very nice.
So we did like the front half of the zoo.
It hurts me to sit on my hand.
So we did the front half of the zoo that has like just I think
Dr. Wild's World.
the flamingos and like other like the
That's the
Bengal
outside of the zoo.
the front, the beginning, the entrance.
I know, but the flamingos were on the outside. You don't have to actually pay to see the flamingos. Did you realize that? Poor flamingos. They got kicked.
Poor kid that got told
Out.
he's going to the zoo and they go take him. They saw the flamingos. We're leaving now.
Bro, that's sad.
Okay, so we get there, right? So we do the whole front part first. And they have this event that they're doing, which is all the dinosaurs. So they have. Is that why you brought it? Yeah. See, I took you there, and I didn't even need to know.
That's the wonderful part.
Yeah. So they had like these guys in like dinosaur suits walking around, and like the kids were petting these dinosaurs, and they had holding like little baby fake dinosaurs
They
in
were
their hands.
super realistic.
Yeah, super cool. They had animatronics and like
You do
the
it.
music. Oh, the
I go to the bathroom, to the ladies' restroom.
that's so funny.
And I'm just, washing my hands, and all of a sudden I hear.
I can't do it on here.
Why?
It's not gonna listen. It's not gonna hear. The whistle's just gonna be a lot of noise.
Aw. Hum
So-
it. And this is a reenactment. And I'm like, Then I started
hold on.
laughing.
I'm gonna try.
oh,
That wasn't the song.
yeah, that's what you did.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. We all believe in you.
No, hold on.
I'm not looking at you.
It's not you looking at me.
Oh,
It's just I'm laughing so much. When I have
your
a
jaw
smile-
hurts.
No, when I have a
Lick
smile,
your lips.
It doesn't matter about. You're helping.
I'll whistle with you.
No, bro.
I can't whistle at all.
I know you can't whistle.
I'm deficient.
Stop.
I'm hiding my face.
I can't whistle because I'm smiling. Look, I'm
Like
pulling.
if I don't look at you, you won't
I'm pulling my
smile
cheeks
anymore.
back. Hold on. I'm pulling my cheeks back, and I can't. It's like. Stop, bro. Anyways, so I start whistling. I
It's
start.
actually very helpful because I can dry my tears at the same time.
Okay, so I start whistling the Jurassic Park theme while you're in the bathroom.
It's a very long bathroom, and it just echoed
Yeah,
through the hall.
it just
It was
echoes.
so
It was
magical.
it was good. It was really good.
It was so good.
And all of a sudden, you lose it, and you're cracking up
It was so good.
while you're in there in the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Anyways,
And that started off our day.
yeah, that
of
started
laughter.
that started off the day of laughter, and we just had laughter going throughout. So we finally get the cart, the safari cycle, and there is.
Can we talk about the carts that they have for people now?
Oh my goodness, those
they
things.
are.
Did you take a picture?
I
or a video?
didn't,
Did
but
you
I'm
get
sure.
a video?
Yeah, no,
Did you get a video as you were like filming stuff anywhere?
I didn't really focus on them.
Yeah.
But I will say it's almost a step down from a little ATV. It's like you took an ATV and
It was
Power
a
Wheels,
Power Wheels.
but for adults.
It was a Power Wheels with the backyardigans
and really
on it.
fast.
They look like the backyardigans.
That's true. But these
So there were like these, like
do you know that was a cloth that they had on top of it?
I know it's
And
got to be
how
disgusting.
many people have sat on it?
And sweat.
You can't sanitize that.
No way.
Those things didn't look washed. It's like they had a cover. Let's just try to describe it to people.
It was
Think
a
of
car
an
seat
adult-
cover. A car
Well,
seat
what
cover
about,
with
like,
an
the-
animal head on it.
A car seat cover with an animal head on it, right? But the car seat cover matches the head of the animal. So if it's a zebra, it's like a striped pattern and then a zebra head, right?
Right.
And the ears were kind of the handlebars. But with the stuff like the little carts that you use if you're disabled at the grocery store, would you say it goes that fast?
No, it was faster.
It was fast. Okay, so
They were moving pretty good.
they were, okay? And anybody could drive it. They gave it to people with a license. And how many people with a license do we know do not deserve one?
Listen, there were more people. There were people on there that should not have been, like, at all. And we found the little bell on our safari cycle.
Which is not the same thing.
Yeah, which is not the
We
same.
were in the
Yeah, we had the one you have to
old-fashioned
pedal.
bicycle.
It's a bicycle. We're pedaling as we're going through. Has like the brake is up at the top. So we get on this thing and we start going, and we're pedaling. So both of us are pedaling, right? It helps move it, and we're both steering, right? And I'm steering this way and I'm steering that way, and Ketmia's right there with me, and I immediately knew that her steering wheel was not connected to the bike. It's a fake steering wheel, and yet she's turning it at like aggressive turns, trying to get, around corners, and she's like freaking out because I'm a little aggressive on the safari cycles as I'm cutting through people, and
You're just aggressive.
I'm aggressive. Yes. And we're going through, and I'm like weaving in and out, hitting the bell, pushing through as we get through.
I would be the
And-
one to tell you, Belle.
Yeah, you
Bell.
were like, bell, bell. And then all of a sudden,
That was me ringing it myself.
Actually,
the bell should be given to the person next to you.
it would never stop. I'm glad they didn't give it to you.
Dang it.
All of a sudden, Ketmia realizes that her wheel is not attached. This was
actually-
like 10 minutes later.
No, but I actually realized it before. I actually did realize it before. Did you see that I steered the entire time we rode it, though?
I know you did, but it took you 10 minutes to figure out that it wasn't attached.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was.
No, because I
What are you talking about? We did the loop on the
It just
backside.
didn't feel like it was pulling anything. It was too loose.
Yeah.
you know?
It was loose anyway.
It was loose for you as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
It like for you to turn just a little bit, you have to take like 3 turns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was on like a weird pulley type system.
Bro, and those brakes were scary.
Yeah.
There was no going back.
We kept on scaring people.
Oh my God. And then we would laugh.
It got to the point where we would find people that were sitting and not paying attention, and we would pedal hard. And pull up right behind them and slam on the brakes.
It sounded like an elephant.
Yeah, it was like
yes.
And it would stop.
And they'd be like,
it would stop.
And then we were dying.
We were
right behind them. People.
It was bad.
People did not even want to like make eye contact with us.
We were cracking up the entire time, and our legs were burning at the end of that.
Listen, I feel like my knee was burning from the onset of it.
Yeah,
there were times where you would say, "Pedal
tiny.
hard, pedal fast." That in those, it was like, whoa, it just burns way too much. And here's the thing. Can I tell you what happened to me? Because I kept holding on to the steering wheel, even though it wasn't steering anything. It was almost like subconscious, right? That you're holding on to it.
Placebo effect.
Maybe. Not really, but maybe. I know where you're going with it, so I'll...
What does it mean?
Well, because placebo means that you're taking something that you think is going to work for you, but you don't have any medication in it. So you get the benefits of feeling better even though you took nothing. It's just a mental thing because you think.
When a person's physical or mental health appears to improve after taking a placebo or a dummy treatment.
Right. So you remember in House there was that episode where he switched out the pills in the bottle and he just gave them mints.
Mm-hmm. No, he gave them
something.
Sugar pills.
Sugar pills or whatever, right? And they're like, "Oh, I'm better." Those are just sugar pills, right? You don't need anything like that. But while I was doing that, there were times that I wasn't pedaling and you were hard at work pedaling, and I would catch myself realizing I wasn't pedaling because since I was moving the steering wheel, I felt like I was contributing something. Even though I would catch myself and say, just because you are moving your arm doesn't mean you're helping with the bike. Right. So then I would engage again.
Yeah, there was the thing that killed us the most was, so like on a regular bicycle, you have a pedal that's like that long. So when you pedal, there's a loop that it goes around and around. So it's like you can pedal once.
Bro, can you show me that pedal again?
Like that. Like the bar from the chain down to where the pedal is about that long.
Oh, yeah, right? That thing.
But on the...
I thought you were saying where your foot... Like, I was
no.
Bro, that is... that pedal
like
is made for a distance. Giant. Oh,
so,
yeah, the distance.
So as it spins, it's like one long turn gives you what we were doing yesterday was 3 pedals because it was like that long. So it was like... felt like we were like the monkeys that they give the little bikes to, and they're like ding, 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 ding,
in
ding.
the circus.
Like we had to pedal a lot to get it to move. But once you got it moving,
not only that, it felt like our wheels had no air.
Well, they were hard. They were hard, so there's no air in them.
By the way, those safari cycles have been there since the inception of the zoo. I'm pretty sure.
Most likely.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They looked worn,
but they were fun. We had a great.
We always have so much fun on that.
We had a great time.
Gosh!
And so we always
and the zoo was pretty packed. No,
it was. There was a lot of people there.
Surprising. I was almost expecting to go to the zoo and see one other person here and there. I was not expecting the crowd that there was yesterday.
There was people everywhere. People on benches. People.
And I don't know if it was because of the event, because that runs all the way through September. I think
it started this weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it could have been that.
I guess so.
It could have been the beginning of the dinosaur event.
They have done a lot to the zoo, and a lot more coming. Mm-hmm. And like right now, you can even go to high school at the zoo.
Well,
how incredible!
It's on the outside somewhere else.
But I'm saying they probably take you over.
By that railroad.
But they probably take you in there.
In the zoo?
Yeah, because I'm sure that it's some sort of a technical school where maybe you're like a vet tech
I
or
think it's
something.
overflow. They probably
No,
can't
the
fit.
way that they advertise it, it's like come be.
Come to
Come
school.
do- come
school
to-
at the zoo.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I mean, there's no buildings inside that you can go have class in.
No. That's why I'm saying I feel that it's part of your curriculum.
Oh, to go and do stuff.
It like if some sort of a trade school where you're going to high school and they're teaching you to be a vet tech, where you would do your experience and your hours and all that stuff would be there. Did you see how many younger kids were walking around with badges that said zoo volunteer? I think that's where you do your
service,
right. And what do you have to do for high school?
A lot of community service.
How awesome to be able to do it there.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time though. We went we were there like 4 hours, 5 hours?
I would say so. It was sufficient. We were at a point at the
end.
end.
Yeah, you were walking through the Amazon display at the end, which is
like,
the last thing, and you were just like, snake.
It's a frog.
Frog. All right, I'm done. Next. Hey, look, a bird.
But listen, the animals were super active. We got great video.
Yeah.
From that, which I'm going to put it together today.
Yeah, so we're going to have so together with this episode, I'll link the video of our trip.
How will you be able to do that? Because my account's private.
Oh, I'm going to post it directly onto this in the chat.
Oh, good. Okay.
So it'll be on there.
So
like one of our shorts or whatever.
What do you think that people have liked bingo, or is that not the way that they imagined it? What do you think?
I don't know. We got to hear from them. So maybe this is where we say, tell us about your bingo experience. Do you like it? Should we add something to it? Should we change something out? I know we have, we're going to keep this card for a couple weeks, and then we're going to move this stuff around so that they're in different places. Let us know if you've gotten a bingo, if you've created a line,
But we didn't talk about the funny thing that happened at the zoo.
What funny thing?
Weren't we talking about the funny thing? We had so many funny moments yesterday.
What funny thing?
Yeah, well, one.
My blunder?
Yes.
Is that the one you wanted to share or another one?
Well, yeah, that one. And also when we were looking at the lions. Again, a great example of us interrupting each other, right? Because I had one idea, you had one idea. I'm singing Lion King.
Oh,
You're
God.
doing David Attenborough, you know.
Those were lions? Oh, they were the lions.
Yeah. And it was just hilarious. One thing that we realized yesterday.
Well, okay. Let's talk about that one. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about, and I can put the video in so you can see it too.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Look to the right.
Oh, right there. Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is where we were pulling up to the lions.
So this is where
I start singing Lion King.
Yeah, and you just cut me off.
Exactly like in the video.
You know.
But we have to hear the audio.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind it.
As the lion lays. I gotta ruin my Attenborough. Really, bro?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
David
David Attenborough. There's been silence for a while. And I don't think anybody's going to laugh.
Did you laugh?
That's the point. Okay. That we realized yesterday. A lot of the stories that come up for our podcast, it's stuff that has happened to us that we find hilarious. Maybe in our retelling we make it hilarious. But
people laugh at our stuff.
The one that just killed me yesterday was from far, far away. There's like this loop-de-loop, right? There's a roundabout.
In Australia.
You're right.
The loop was in the
You
little
were right.
Australia.
It was there. Australia was very sad. Very sad.
The one koala inside of an enclosure
where they didn't even have him loose to play in his own thing. He
Nothing.
kept scratching like, please let me
Horrible.
out. Horrible. And then what did they have up there? No, that
was the koala.
Oh, the koala.
I'm not even talking about the
little wombat, poor thing.
outside. The wombat outside was scratching at the door like, please let me go play in my area.
Yes.
It was
so sad.
It was sad.
That one was not happy. And so we're looking around like, well, what else is here in Australia? And there's nothing else. Okay. And then we see
It
this
was
thing.
one wombat.
So
and
now
one
I'm
koala.
confused. I'm confused because I feel like it was in the Australia side, but
and a
that
turtle.
wasn't Australia.
And a
yes.
turtle
that was
came
clearly
from
from the Everglades. Okay. I don't even think that turtle was on
They
display
should
there.
just close that whole side down.
Maybe they're holding it because they're planning on doing.
sure.
Maybe it's an expense.
Well, that's where all the construction's happening. So it's just that one little side, but it was so sad.
Very sad. And that can't be said about the zoo because the zoo is actually
The whole rest
really,
of the zoo
really
was
nice.
amazing. Yeah.
It just that part was sad. But then I see from like way over there, and it's like way over there. And I said to you, is that a tarantula? And you said, where? You're looking at the ground, you darling thing. Trying to ready yourself in case you have to defend me. And I used the camera to get super, super up close because the lens on this camera is amazing. And it says something about new species. And you're like, oh, let's go over there and read it. It was a sign. Now, mind you, this roundabout is just surrounded by trees
It's
and
the Pineland.
nothing.
What is it called? Pineland
Pinelands.
Reserve.
Pineland Reserve. Now, here's the question I have. You pointed out now that it's in Australia, but I think the Pinelands they're talking about in Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with Australia.
I know, but I'm saying it was in the Australia area.
So anybody who knows Florida knows about areas that have pinelands. And in fact, we have a pineland reserve right over here where I work.
Mm-hmm.
Right where I work. And then you get up there and I'm filming you reading this thing, right? I don't even know why, honestly, I did that because there's no way I was going to put that in the video with the spider.
I think you were trying to.
I was doing videos for the video that I'm putting
the little
together.
recap. Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't going to put that. I don't know why. Maybe I was just like trying to get you from the back a little bit so you would come out. I don't even know why I turned on my camera. But then you start reading, right? And you the only thing that could stick to me the rest of the day was that spider is a new species that was discovered by accident. By accident. Do you understand the conditions in which you would have to be to discover something by accident?
Well, you don't
You're just
need
moseying
any
around.
specific conditions. You just need to be somewhere where you accidentally
Where you're supposed to be
find
safe.
something.
You're supposed to be safe. And all of a sudden, well, look at here.
So it's a trapdoor spider.
Oh my God.
That lives in South Florida.
And apparently,
That's a big spider.
it's a new species. It's the size
do
of
you
a
think-
tarantula.
Do you think it's a new species?
I don't.
You've only said new species 17 times. You don't think it's a new species?
I don't.
What do you think it is?
I think that if you ask the Native Americans, they have a name for it. It's called black demon or something, okay? In their language.
It was ugly though. It had like a really like
And
hard
no
shell.
hair. Yeah, like no hair. Oh my God.
Yep.
And it was so awful. And as you're reading it, you're saying that some sort of scientist discovered it and it was like a new erectile species. And I was like, did you just say erectile? And you're like, a reptile species. Okay.
So hold on. To be fair,
We
I
have to
said,
that video. We
I
have
know,
to.
okay.
That's the video we got, and it was just hilarious.
said a reptile species, but because I said it so quickly,
Because you
and
said
it
a.
yes.
See, that's where your little
So yesterday.
your yesterday.
Yeah. So
you know?
I said
Erectile. Erectile. Erectile.
yes.
No, erectile still says erectile.
Yes. Anyways,
Erectile. See, there's different.
it doesn't matter.
Erect, erep,
It doesn't matter.
rep.
It doesn't
Wreck.
matter. It doesn't matter. Everyone will be able to listen to it. They can hear it. All right. Can we look at our screen
Was
again?
first found by a zookeeper checking erectile research wraps in
Actually.
2012.
Erectile.
No.
Checking reptile research.
That's the screen that we're looking at. Look at our screen.
Can you put it back?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Now it's going to be all off.
It's fine.
No, because now when it zoomed in, now it's going to cut your head off. Anyways.
Oh, it probably cut them off.
No, it probably cut you off now. You're probably only like half an ear and a nose and something.
All right, so let's just wrap it up then.
Oh, it was time to wrap it up anyway. So, let us know what you hear.
I hear lettuce.
Let us know. What?
I hear lettuce. Every time you say lettuce, I hear you say lettuce.
Yeah, let's keep poking fun.
I'm
I'm a
not
pea brain. I can't speak.
A pea brain now.
What is it? A pigeon
Do you
brain?
want to be a pea brain or a pigeon brain? Would you rather be a pea brain or a pigeon brain?
I'm pretty sure that a pigeon has the same size brain anyway.
But
What's the
would
size
you
of a
rather have a pea brain or a pigeon brain?
Let's see.
Wow, I'm actually surprised. This is the first time you picked up your phone.
Second, you missed the first one.
I kind of am remembering now something.
Yeah. It's no bigger than the tip of an index finger. About the size of a pea. Same thing.
Well, actually, let's logically think about this. Would you rather have a pea brain or a pigeon brain? I actually don't think you should answer anymore.
Is this the part where I can say
No, yes,
like,
no,
subscribe?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, if you like what you're listening, why are you finding it so funny?
Don't ask me.
If you like what you're listening to or like what you hear, like, subscribe, share it. What's wrong with you? Comment on our YouTube page. I really do enjoy the interaction. But you are busting at the seams.
You're taking too long.
Well,
You're gonna
interact.
Cut.
Do your thing.
Did you cut already?
No, I have not.
Oh,
You ready?
yes.
All right. I guess this is it. We'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Until next time. Goodbye now.
Goodbye. If you pick pea brain, you're a vegetable.
You didn't give me a chance to even be able to cut that out.
You have to cut it out.
I can't.
You have to cut it out.
Do you see this?
Bro.
This is what you get.
No, we're gonna go to
Our ticket's punched, baby.